Hello students, this is your Sailesh sir, and today we are going to start a new chapter of class 11th physics, that is motion in a straight line. Okay, so in this chapter we will discuss distance, displacement, velocity and acceleration of the object, and after that we will derive three equations of motion, and after that we will discuss the different types of graph, that is xt graph, vt graph, at graph, and at last we will discuss relative velocity. So this is the overview of the chapter. Now we will start the first topic of this chapter, that is motion and rest. Okay, so how can we say that any object is at rest or any object is in motion? So if the position of the object with respect to surrounding with the passes of time changes, then we can say that that object is in motion. Okay, and if the position of an object does not change with respect to surrounding with the passes of time, then we can say that object is in rest. Okay, so to understand rest and motion, we will take an example. Suppose this is a book, और ये बुक जो है इस टेबल में रखी हुई है, दिस इज अ टेबल. सो इस बुक की पोजीशन सराउंडिंग के रिस्पेक्ट में विद द पासेस ऑफ टाइम चेंज नहीं हो रही, इसलिए हम ये बोलेंगे कि ये बुक रेस्ट में है. बट अगर हम किसी दूसरे ऑब्जेक्ट को कंसीडर करें, सपोज दिस इज अ कार, और इस कार की पोजीशन सराउंडिंग के रिस्पेक्ट में चेंज हो रही है. ठीक है, विद द पासेस ऑफ टाइम, जैसे जैसे टाइम पास होगा तो इस कार की पोजीशन सराउंडिंग के रिस्पेक्ट में चेंज हो रही है, तो हम इसको बोल सकते हैं कि कार किस में है, मोशन में. ठीक है, तो अगर बुक रखी है तो बुक रेस्ट में, और कार अगर मूव कर रही है तो कार को हम क्या बोलेंगे कि मोशन में. क्लियर? नाउ द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज rest and motion are the relative terms. Rest and motion are the relative terms. How can we say that rest and motion, these two terms are relative to each other? Okay, so here we take an example. Suppose this is a car. सपोज ये कार है और इस कार में ए और बी दो पर्सन्स बैठे हैं. क्लियर? देन अगर ये कार मूव कर रही है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू ग्राउंड, तो ए और बी अगर हम इन दोनों की पोजीशन को ऑब्जर्व करें तो ए की पोजीशन बी के रिस्पेक्ट में कांस्टेंट है और बी की पोजीशन ए के रिस्पेक्ट में कांस्टेंट है. सो अगर ए बी को देखेगा तो वो उसको रेस्ट में दिखाई देगा क्योंकि उसकी पोजीशन चेंज नहीं हो रही है. अगर बी ए को देख रहा है तो उसकी पोजीशन भी कांस्टेंट है क्योंकि बी के रिस्पेक्ट में ए की पोजीशन चेंज नहीं हो रही थी. ये दोनों कैसे हैं, रेस्ट में. बट अगर कोई भी पर्सन बाहर इसके खड़ा है कार के, सी अगर इन दोनों को ऑब्जर्व कर रहा है तो सी को ये कैसे अपीयर होंगे, ये मोशन में अपीयर होंगे. मीन्स ये ऑब्जेक्ट ए और बी ये दोनों एक दूसरे के रिस्पेक्ट में रेस्ट में हैं, बट किसी तीसरे ऑब्जेक्ट सी जो कि कार के बाहर है उसके रिस्पेक्ट में ये मोशन में होंगे. ओके, तो हम लोग ये बोल सकते हैं कि रेस्ट एंड मोशन, दीज आर द रिलेटिव टर्म्स. ओके, नाउ द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज डिस्टेंस एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट. डिस्टेंस एंड डिस्प्लेसमेंट. Okay, so what is distance? The total path length covered by any moving object is called distance. The total path length covered by any moving object is called distance. Suppose this is a origin or initial position of any object O. Okay, and this object is moving in this direction and reaches at position A, and after that this reaches at position B. ओके, तो हमने इसमें ये कंसिडर किया कि कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है वो इनिशियली ओ पोजीशन में था और आफ्टर सम टाइम ये ए में गया, उसके बाद बी में गया. देन टोटल डिस्टेंस कवर्ड बाय दिस ऑब्जेक्ट विल बी ओ ए प्लस ए बी. सो डिस्टेंस विल बी ओ ए प्लस ओ बी, दैट इज ओ ए प्लस ए बी, that is OB. Okay, so this is the distance. Okay, now we will explain displacement. What is displacement? The shortest distance between initial and final position of any object is called displacement. Okay, so here if we take the displacement, then displacement will be what? This is initial position and this is final position, so this will be OB. Okay, so OB is displacement and OB is also a distance. But if we consider another example, तो कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है इनिशियली A में था, इसके बाद वो B में पहुंच गया और B से लेफ्ट टर्न लेकर के C में पहुंच गया. ओके, सो हमको इसके डिस्टेंस और डिस्प्लेसमेंट निकालना है. तो डिस्टेंस कवर्ड बाय द ऑब्जेक्ट, डिस्टेंस क्या हो जाएगी इसकी? डिस्टेंस हो गई ए बी प्लस बी सी, ए बी प्लस बी सी, दिस इज द डिस्टेंस कवर्ड बाय दैट ऑब्जेक्ट. और डिस्प्लेसमेंट क्या हो गया इसका? डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो गया इसका क्या हो गया? देखिए, शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस बिटवीन इनिशियल एंड फाइनल पोजीशन. तो इनिशियल पोजीशन इसकी ए, फाइनल पोजीशन सी, तो ए सी, दिस इज द डिस्प्लेसमेंट. ओके, सो दिस इज द शॉर्टेस्ट डिस्टेंस, सो दिस विल बी डिस्प्लेसमेंट. ओके, नाउ वी टेक अनदर एग्जांपल. सपोज एन ऑब्जेक्ट इज मूविंग इन अ सर्कुलर पाथ ऑफ रेडियस स्मॉल r. Okay, then after some time it reaches at point B and start from point A. तो कोई ऑब्जेक्ट है वो A से चलना स्टार्ट करता है सर्कुलर पाथ में और ये B में पहुंच जाता है. ठीक है, तो जब A से B में पहुंचेगा तो इसकी डिस्टेंस क्या हो गई? डिस्टेंस इज टोटल पाथ लेंथ कवर्ड बाय द ऑब्जेक्ट. तो टोटल पाथ लेंथ क्या होगी इसकी? हाफ सरकमफ्रेंस. ठीक है, तो टोटल सरकमफ्रेंस 2 पाई r और इसका हाफ कर देंगे बाय 2, देन दिस विल बी पाई r. सो द डिस्टेंस कवर्ड बाय दिस ऑब्जेक्ट इज पाई r, बट द displacement will be this is r, the shortest distance between A and B. So this will be A, O to A, this is r, and O to B, this is also r. So the displacement will be 2r. This is the answer. This is the displacement and this is the distance. Now if we take another example, suppose an object is moving in a circular path of radius small r and starts from A. After some time it reaches to the point B. Then we have to calculate the distance and displacement covered by this object. Okay, so the distance will be what? Distance will be the fourth part of the circumference. Fourth part of the circumference is distance. Okay, so A to B, this is the distance. So 2 pi r is the total circumference and fourth part, this is the fourth part of the circumference, so this will be divided by 4. So the distance of this object will be pi r by 2. Now we will calculate the displacement. So displacement will be what? The shortest distance between initial and final position. So the shortest distance will be A to B. So this is the displacement. Okay. So displacement is AB, and the value of AB will be calculated with the help of Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So AB equals to root OA square plus OB square. Then the value of AB will be, this is R square plus R square. So AB will be 2R square then R root 2. This is the displacement covered by this object. Okay. Now we will discuss speed of any moving object. So what is speed? The distance traveled by any object per unit time is called speed, or we can say the rate of change of position of any object at any direction with respect to time is called speed. So the formula for speed is speed equals to distance upon time. So we can say that speed is the ratio of distance covered by the object to the time taken by the object to cover that distance. And speed is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. And the unit of speed is meter per second, and the dimension of speed is what? LT minus 1. This is the dimension of speed. And now we will discuss the types of speed. There are 4 types of speed. One is uniform speed, non-uniform speed, average speed, and last is instantaneous speed. Okay. So we will define, first is uniform speed. So how can we say the speed of any object is uniform? If object covers equal distance in equal interval of time, then the speed of that object is uniform speed. Okay. And next is non-uniform speed. So if the object covers unequal distances in equal interval of time, then we can say that the speed of that object is non-uniform speed. Okay. And the next is average speed. So the average speed is the ratio of total distance covered by the object to the total time taken by the object to cover that distance. Okay. So the average speed can be defined as the ratio of total distance divided by total time taken by the object to cover that distance. So average speed can be represented by V bar. Okay. And if we consider total distance is delta x and total time is delta t. Okay. So delta x and delta t, here delta represents the change in its position or change in time interval or change in time. Okay. Now the next is instantaneous speed. The speed of any object at any instant of time is called instantaneous speed. Okay. So instantaneous speed is defined for the very small interval of time. If we take very small interval of time, means delta t tends to 0, means change in time, or we can say time interval is very small, which is approximately equals to 0. Then the instantaneous speed will be instantaneous speed. This will be V equals to, we can say, limit delta t tends to 0 delta x upon delta t. because the average speed is delta x upon delta t. If delta t is very small, then we can say that speed is instantaneous speed. So v equals to limit delta t tends to 0, delta x upon delta t. So we will write it as dx upon dt. Okay, this is the formula for instantaneous speed, where d represents the very small change. Dx is the change in position which is at a small interval dt. Okay, so d represents very small change and delta represents greater change. Okay, now we will discuss velocity. What is velocity? Velocity is the ratio of displacement to the time, or we can say the total displacement covered by any object in unit time is called velocity. Okay, so the formula for velocity is velocity equals to displacement upon time. Displacement upon time. Okay, so this is the formula for velocity. Now velocity is a vector quantity. Velocity is a vector quantity and its unit, its SI unit is meter per second, and dimension of velocity is LT minus 1. So here speed and velocity both have same units and same dimensions. Okay, but speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is vector quantity, and it is most important thing that the magnitude of velocity gives the speed of any object. Okay, suppose car is moving with velocity 20 meter per second in east direction. Okay, तो अगर हम ये बोलें कि कोई कार है वो ईस्ट डायरेक्शन में 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड से मूव कर रही है, तो इसमें डायरेक्शन भी है, मैग्नीट्यूड भी है, तो ये क्या होगा? दिस इज अ वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. ओके, बट अगर हम ये बोलें कि कार 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड से मूव कर रही है, मीन्स उसमें डायरेक्शन स्पेसिफाई नहीं है, तो क्या होगी? वो स्पीड हो जाएगी. ठीक है, तो वेलोसिटी के लिए डायरेक्शन कंपलसरी है, और अगर डायरेक्शन नहीं है तो फिर वो स्पीड होगी. क्लियर? तो अगर हम इसको देखें तो कार ईस्ट डायरेक्शन में मूव कर रही थी, तो अगर हम डायरेक्शन को कंसीडर ना करें तो ये जो 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड है वो क्या है? स्पीड ऑफ द कार. सो मैग्नीट्यूड रिप्रेजेंट्स द स्पीड. इफ यू इंक्लूड द डायरेक्शन then that becomes velocity. Okay, so velocity is also of 4 types. One is uniform velocity. So uniform velocity is what? If the object covers equal displacement in equal interval of time, then we can say that velocity is uniform velocity. Okay, and if any object covers unequal displacements in equal interval of time, then the velocity will be non-uniform. And next is average velocity. So it is the ratio of total displacement to the total time. This is average velocity. So average velocity can be represented by VAV, and it is the total displacement divided by total time. Okay, so if we represent displacement delta x upon delta t, and velocity is a vector quantity. Okay, so velocity will be delta x upon delta t, where this arrow represents that this is a vector quantity. Okay, so displacement and distance displacement is a vector quantity but distance is a scalar quantity. Okay, and next is instantaneous velocity. So the velocity of any object at any instant is called instantaneous velocity. So instantaneous velocity can be represented by v. Okay, and v equals to, similarly as instantaneous speed, we write limit delta t tends to 0, limit delta t tends to 0, delta x upon delta t. So we will write delta x upon delta x vector upon delta t. Okay, so this is the instantaneous velocity, and the formula for instantaneous velocity will be v equals to dx upon dt, and both are the vector quantities. So इंस्टेंटेनियस वेलोसिटी, इसमें बहुत ही स्मॉल इंटरवल ऑफ टाइम के लिए अगर हम उसका डिस्प्लेसमेंट चेक करें तो उन दोनों का जो रेशियो होगा वो आपका इंस्टेंटेनियस वेलोसिटी रिप्रेजेंट करेगा. क्लियर? सो इंस्टेंटेनियस वेलोसिटी इज द रेशियो ऑफ डिस्प्लेसमेंट टू द वेरी स्मॉल इंटरवल ऑफ टाइम. ओके, नाउ द नेक्स्ट इज acceleration. So what is acceleration? The rate of change of velocity is called acceleration, or we can say it is the ratio of change in velocity to the interval of time. Okay, so acceleration equals to change in velocity upon time. Okay, this is the acceleration, and acceleration is also a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Okay, and unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Okay, and dimension of acceleration is LT minus 2. Okay, so these are the SI unit and dimension of acceleration. And acceleration is also of 4 types. One is uniform acceleration. So if the velocity of any object changes equally with equal interval of time, then that acceleration will be uniform acceleration. If the velocity changes unequally with equal interval of time, then the acceleration of that object will be non-uniform acceleration. And next is average acceleration. So it is the ratio of total change in velocity to the total interval of time, is called average acceleration. So average acceleration will be total change in velocity, total change in velocity upon total time. This is called average acceleration, and average acceleration can be represented by AAV. Okay, and total change in velocity delta v divided by delta t, or we can say delta v can be represented by v2 minus v1 upon t2 minus t1, where v1 is initial velocity, v2 is final velocity, t1 is initial time and t2 is final time. So this is the average velocity, average acceleration. This is the average acceleration. Okay, now the next is instantaneous acceleration. So the acceleration of any object at any instant of time is called instantaneous acceleration. So the instantaneous acceleration can be written as A equals to limit delta t tends to 0, delta v upon delta t. Okay, here delta t tends to 0 represents that the change in velocities in very small interval of time. So if delta t is very small, so the change in velocity will be equal to the instantaneous acceleration. So a will be dv by dt. This is the formula for instantaneous acceleration, and it is a vector quantity, so we can write a vector equals to dv vector upon dt. Okay, so these are the acceleration, velocity and speed. Okay, so if we differentiate the velocity with respect to time, then we get the instantaneous acceleration. If we differentiate the displacement with respect to time, then we will get the velocity, because the formula for velocity will be dx upon dt and x is the displacement. So if we differentiate the displacement with respect to time, then we will get the velocity, and if we differentiate the velocity with respect to time, then we will get acceleration. Okay, so this is sufficient for today, and in the next lecture we will discuss the equations of motion. Okay, so keep studying. Thanks to all of you. Thank you.